All right, good morning. So I've had a few requests to show, to break it down a little better for how the PTO and the pump works the trailer. So I'm going to give a little block of instruction on that real quick. So when I say the handle on the pump, if you can see here, okay, when it's facing this way, it's pulling air. It's pulling air into the trailer, right? So it's like a vacuum cleaner kind of, or a shop vac that you pull or push. So what happens is you turn on your PTO, this pump kicks on, and then it either starts pulling air or pushing air. So right now I have it pulling. So this is called a scrubber. This is called a scrubber right here. And you have to make sure this handle is either closed or mostly closed. I always kind of keep it partially, but you don't want it leaking or anything, so it's better to keep it closed. So we're going to have it pull it first, all right, with the handle this way, pulling air. So you walk down here. I did it in the sunlight. I pulled it over to the side here so y'all could see it a little better. All right, so we have a gauge on the back of the trailer. A gauge on the back of the trailer that shows us how many PSI are either pulling or pushing, and you can see the negative numbers here and then positive numbers here. Okay, so with this handle closed, that's usually okay. To let the pressure off, this handle has to be open. So the way it works is once it's pressured up, which I'll go start the pump up, and then I'll let you see. Let me shut that valve. We have to kind of keep things empty or open here during the winter because everything freezes if not, so even salt water. But so the way it works is your handle here, when you want to pull or push, there's a valve inside here, and you can kind of see it right here. I don't know if you can see it in the light or not, but it opens and closes, right? A big valve, and this is a 4-inch, called a 4-inch valve, or whatever you want to call it. But we have 3-inch hose and 3-inch fittings, and we have 4-inch. So the way that works is I'm going to leave that closed, and then we're going to go turn the pump on, and then we'll come back here. We'll close this handle, and I'll show you how the negative pressure. It's going to build negative pressure. And it's going to pull that arrow down. And typically it'll go 10 to 20 PSI. That's about what it runs. So let's go ahead and turn on the pump real quick. It's a nice day today. The sun's out. It's about 15 degrees. So I thought I'd just show you real quick. All right, we'll start the truck up. And then I'll show you the PTO. The PTO switch is right here. Let's say out and in. So to get it in on this truck, you have to push the clutch in, you have to put the truck in gear, you flip it to on, and then what happens then is you take it back out of gear and let the clutch out, and the pump kicks on. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. Shifter's right here. I'm going to cut the clutch in. I'm going to put it in gear, and then I'm flipping the switch on the PTO, and then we're taking it back out of gear. Okay. You're going to let the clutch out, you hear the PTO kick on, you hear the pump kick on. I'll show you. So now the pump's spinning. The pump is pulling air into the trailer. You kind of see it spinning there. Alright, and the handle's forward, so it's pulling air into the trailer. So we'll go back here, and we're going to close this pressure relief valve. I call it a pressure relief valve, so it releases negative or positive pressure. All right, and you can hear it. It's sucking. See how it's sucking air into the trailer. All right, so you want to close this handle. All right, I'll wipe my hands. I got grease on my hands. Normally I wear gloves, but I didn't bring any gloves out. So if you watch that arrow, hang on. You watch that arrow, it's starting to move to the negative side. Okay, it takes about a minute or two, depending on if the trailer is empty or full, as to how long it's going to take for the negative pressure to go.